Well, let's now take the latest development on the story of the Nigerian woman, Gloria Omishore, a traveler on Kenyan Airways who was denied boarding for not having a Schengen visa to her destination, which led to an altercation between the traveler and a Kenyan Airways staff. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority had directed the airline to tender a public apology and compensation for the unruly behavior of its staff towards the traveler. In a post on X, Michael Achimugu, Director for Consumer Protection and Public Affairs of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, detailed the result of the meeting held on Tuesday with the acting station manager of Kenyan Airways, saying that the airline had also apologized for its faulty statement, which did not reflect the true events of the situation. He further directed that, I'll read a part of his tweet. He wrote on X, the NCAA Consumer Protection Department thereby determined as follows. A, Kenyan Airways renders a public apology to passengers and the NCAA. B, the airline issued an updated official statement that reflects the true events that happened in Nairobi. Ms. Gloria did not refuse to fly to London, as claimed in that statement. The airline failed to admit that they permitted the passenger to purchase that ticket and that they failed to spot the problem from Lagos. This statement also fails to inform the general public that the lady only became angry when she was asked to wait another 10 hours without accommodation and care. The authority finds this very confusing and unacceptable. C, that the airline will refund and compensate the passenger for the avoidable humiliation she has suffered and the threats to her job. This is quite commendable by the NCAA. Consumer protection, we are seeing this. I am actually quite proud of this development. Yes. Yeah, on his part, the Kenyan Airways country manager expressed disappointment about the unruly Kenyan Airways staff who insulted the office of the president of Nigeria while insinuating that the airline could do anything to Nigerians and nothing will happen. Accountability, accountability. I love the response to this story, and I'm quite glad that, they are going to apologize, hopefully compensate this woman. This is not a way to treat your passengers. This is really, really a great development. A quick comment again from you, Ayo.
So Michael, because I know that you are Director of Consumer Protection and Public Affairs, is doing an excellent job. Yeah. He had said that he had summoned the officials from Kenya Airways, and this was the explanation they gave. Yeah. They've asked for 72 hours. He's giving them 48 hours to investigate and come out. But they have admitted, at least at this meeting, that they misinformed the public with regards to their statement, and also that the mistake was from them. So they didn't do their due diligence. And just to put the context right, the lady had waited for 17 hours layover, and they were asking her to wait for a further 10 hours for that flight to London. So it wasn't just that they offered her and she totally refused. And then she had talked about her personal condition. This is what happens when a country stands for its people.
Absolutely.
For so long, we've been taken advantage of, especially we talked about, how Nigerians have faced hellish, experiences using foreign airline operators, especially, in Africa. So to see people stand up for us, stand up for consumers' rights is fantastic. Yes. I hope this is a new way for Nigerians. Put Nigeria first.
Absolutely.
Nigeria.
Put Nigeria first. I love that comment. That was amazing. Kudos to the NCAA. We will definitely follow up on the story. Well, let's take another story now. The coordinating minister
So guys, there's the story. I did a video or stream earlier on about this story, and fortunately we've seen a development, and the Kenyan Airways have now issued an apology, and it's quite impressive, because that is how it should be. Sometimes you just have to let go of ego, especially egos that don't help anything. I let go of ego and do the right thing. And so that's how it should be, because to be honest with you, some of the things that they said in that apology note is, I never even saw them before. How do you want a woman to stay another 10 hours without accommodation or proper, taking care of her, providing the things that she need for all those time. So it's quite unfortunate. And they also lied that that she didn't want to board a flight to London, something like that. So the good thing is that the airline cannot, they handled it well, but the airline staff, the other woman, she's the one who had made this look like a big problem than it should. She made it look like a big problem than it should. Sometimes you just have to avoid being over emotional, because that's emotion at play there. Becoming, being too much inside your emotion that you cannot reason properly and do the right thing as a professional. So it's quite unfortunate, but the good thing is that at least there's an apology. It has been resolved. And I don't know what will happen to that woman's job. I believe that everybody deserves some kind of grace, especially if the airline has apologized. The woman should also apologize to that woman. If she wants to make it public, she can. If she doesn't, she also, that's on her. But if she apologizes and if she's ready to take accountability, I don't think the airline would want to, maybe lay her off or something like that. So I'm not also calling for anybody to lose their job, but please, this should be like a learning. It should be like something that we can all learn from. How to approach people, how not to let our emotions get in the way of our logical judgment. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and comment on the comment section. Leave your comments in the comment section if tell us what you think. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Peace.